Good evening, everyone. The NBA season is still young, but there's a buzz in the air for this game of the NBA Cup. I'm Kevin Harlan, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg joining me courtside with our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Bailey out there with Keontae George. Then there's Walker Kessler. Then there's Kyle Filipowski. And it's Markkanen in at the small forward. And for the Timberwolves, the big men on the floor for him, Randall and Gobert. Richardson is out there with Conley. And it's Edwards in at the three. LGA, we know it's still very early in the season, but still, just how defined are these teams at this point?
Kevin, it varies squad to squad in a big way. Some teams are very solid now. Things are pretty set in stone. Others are looking for what really works in the moment of truth.
Now here's Conley. Lays it up and banks it in.
Conley, so crafty with that left hand of his. The veteran knows his way around the hoop.
And finished off by Bailey.
Good work between the teammates that time, leading him perfectly.
Richardson outside. It's in there. Conley with the assist.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Markkanen. His three-pointers off the mark. Richardson the pass to Conley. Now Edwards. Defended by Filipowski. Edwards, good.
Posed and cool effort from Edwards inside. Not rushing himself or forcing a bad shot. Taking what's available.
And Kessler throws it down.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Filipowski in the corner. And it's Kessler, top of the key. George finds Markkanen. Conley grabs the miss. Timberwolves have gotten their first three shots to go in for to start off this game. Randall left side. Richardson with a screen for Randall. And it's good for two.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now, here is George. Bailey passes to Markkanen. 6 on the shot clock. Inside. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around. Here's Richardson. What a tremendous game he played against New York. And in the summer of 2022, Greg, the Utah Jazz traded away their franchise cornerstones, Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell.
And that signaled the beginning of their rebuild, but they've overachieved for a couple of seasons now that ended last year when they really bottomed out. There's no question Bailey can score from anywhere. The defense cannot allow this guy to run free.
Richardson, no luck.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And it's Bailey in the corner. A three-pointer off the mark. For Minnesota, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Outside Conley. He can't hit that time. Excellent D there from George. To the paint. Here's Kessler. And Kessler throws it down.
Oh, nice pass by Markkanen. Knows it's better to give it up than force his own shot.
Edwards, no good. Utah leading by 3. And George, here we go. Bailey with a wide open look. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. So here we are, right in the middle of the group stage of the NBA Cup. And here are the standings.
At this point, if you're towards the bottom of a group, it's going to be hard to climb up. It's really tough making the knockout stages. Only 4 of the 15 teams in each conference advance.
Now here's Richardson over Bailey. And there's Richardson. That's good on the assist by Conley.
Another dime in the stellar career of dime dropping by Mike Conley. I tell you, he's dropped thousands of dimes in his career.
Markkanen down low. Edwards there. Bailey passes to George. With the teardrop, rebounded by the Timberwolves. They are a hot team right now. 7 consecutive wins and looking for number 8 tonight.
Just playing really solid basketball right now. They're trusting each other more out there and attacking as a group. They're a fist, not individual fingers, which has made them tough to beat.
Filipowski with it, defended by Gobert. Outside, George. Kessler setting the pick for George. And Kessler throws it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
And forget about finesse. This big fella's all about the power.
And so George will bring it up for the Jazz. It's a 3-point game. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, and it's not easy to do. Much easier said than done, but they're capable of making it happen. It just comes down, I think, to will and desire.
And Utah has possession after Anthony Edwards made that last three-pointer and finished off by Bailey.
I like Bailey attacking the rim at that size.
Richardson the pass to Gobert. Up top, Randall. Shoots over Filipowski. Rebound, Utah.
He will not be happy with himself. Got a good look from mid-range there.
Short. And too long on the shot. Look at the last game for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It was a win against the Knicks in New York. So coming close to 40 years of age, Mike Conley's production has slowed down. But Clark, he is still so valuable in so many ways.
And his value comes in his production, but maybe more so in the intangibles, which are really hard to measure, but they're palpable. You feel them. They make a difference. They have an impact on the team and individual young players. I mean, he's one of the best teammates and leaders in the NBA. Always plays it within himself, has great perspective and wisdom. He's just a joy to be around and a very, very good teammate and leader.
And at about 6'9", Bailey is good at using that size inside. Looking like a polished vet on that tape.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. A new lineup here for the Timberwolves. Utah also making some changes. George Niang, a different look for Utah. Kyle Filipowski comes in for George Niang. And it's Keontae George in for Bailey. And so in the game for the Jazz, Filipowski's out there with Walker Kessler. Then it's Collier. Then it's Keontae George. And it's Markkanen in at the 3. Now here's Markkanen. His last outing, 16 points for him. And Kessler throws it down.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for him.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changing. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Pass to Collier. That 3 off the mark.
He's off his game right now, trying to find a groove.
Edwards with it. Now defended by Markkanen. Here's Richardson. Good, and the assist goes to Edwards. Richardson's got the lead up to 13 now for the Timberwolves. Richardson against George. It's stolen by Edwards. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo connects from three-point range. DiVincenzo's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Timberwolves. Here's George, and he converts the layup. George has got his first points of the night.
And nice touch inside. George can finish from all 3 levels.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Puts up a deep 3. Rebounded by the Jazz. Kessler's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Filipowski passes to Collier. Now, here's George. Richardson cover. And Utah turns it over again. Now that we have a chance, let's go to the 2K leaderboard and reveal last season's top shot blockers. You look at Kessler, second in the NBA, a great defender.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
Mike Conley's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And Utah also making a switch. Bailey's checked in for Collier. And now Allie LaForce says something for us from the sideline.
Well, Anthony Edwards is truly a superstar on the rise. He said, quote, "People forget how young I am. I'm not even touching my prime yet. I'm just trying to get more efficient as every year goes by." Back to you.
Yep, a star on the rise. Allie LaForce with the report. Hey, Allie, thanks. Here's Randall after the made shot from Lauri Markkanen. And here's Edwards from the arc. That's his 4th miss from the floor. He's made 2 of his shots.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Over to the wing. Pass to Bailey. Kessler, a screen on Richardson. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And that's just a careless play, and part of the reason right now they're trailing.
It may not sound like a bunch, but those turnovers are cumulative. Already 5 points given up off turnovers this quarter.
Naz Reid, he's checked in for Minnesota. From outside the arc, down it goes, his 3rd basket. He's now 3 for 4.
The defense not doing a good job at all of getting after him. They've got to crowd him and make it tough for him. That's his 2nd this quarter.
And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, a new ownership group taking over for the Timberwolves. There remains a commitment to continuity on the basketball side, while creating a replacement for the league's 2nd oldest arena is a priority. They made it clear their commitment is to remain in Minnesota.
You'll love to hear it. All right, Shams, we thank you for the report.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Richardson, no luck.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Bailey passes to Filipowski. The shot by Markkanen, nobody around. No good on the triple.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
For 3, Richardson buries it from 3-point range. Richardson's got 9.
Those are starting to add up, guys. Up their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust.
And here's a look at some numbers for Mike Conley. Last season's performance for him. Last season, he averaged 8 points a game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And really, he sets the table for this team with his playmaking.
Unselfish, at times to a fault. He just makes everybody around him better.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
After having none in the first, he gets 2 3-point shots to go here.
Outside, Reid tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And it's Kessler, top of the key. Filipowski passes to Markkanen. Back to Filipowski. Shot clock at 6. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And Kessler throws it down.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up.
And that's what those alley-oops will do for a team. Ignition, switch, ignited.
And Markkanen throws it down.
So much fun watching Markkanen catch fire like this. He's a capable, efficient scorer who does it at a high rate.
Now, here's Richardson. 9 points in the game so far. Outside, Reid fires the 3. Utah with the rebound. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. George with the bounce pass. Kessler finds George. outside, marking it. 14 feet away. Kessler passes to Filipowski.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative and make something happen.
And so it's Minnesota enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. We'll get you back to the action after this break.
Welcome, everybody. So far through the first 2 quarters, Julius Randle has really stood out.
I like the aggressiveness. He's pushing the action, looking for his shots. I think he's going to be tough to stop tonight.
He has that air of confidence about him. You can't deny that. Ooh, it's time to bring out those power rankings. Steve's gotten off to a good start this season.
You know, right now for Minnesota, they've climbed into 5th, cruising along at highway speeds.
I'm not sure that analogy really works, but I understand why you veered into that lane. Huh? That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. We're seeing a tremendous game from Julius Randle.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
Front court spots filled by Edwards and Randle. Conley out there with Richardson. And it's Gobert in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Stolen by Markkanen. Now Bailey. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Kessler trying to get open. Markkanen can't get it to go.
Ice cold coming out of the half. That's 0 for 3.
You know, Greg, in recent seasons, Lauri Markkanen has taken on a leadership role.
And Markkanen has been the featured player on some very young teams, and he's really embraced that role, proving to be a positive influence both on and off the court.
And here's Richardson outside. Rebound, Utah. Filipowski's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Bailey, and right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Here's Richardson.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. My
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that guy.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Wasted no time on that one. Edwards got 12 in the game.
Edwards, a true scoring machine, and he is relentless. He's lighting it up tonight.
Nice ball movement by Utah. Filipowski finds George. 5 on the clock. Lets it go with a 3. Markkanen from outside. Rebound, Minnesota.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
So, Greg, you played in the league over a decade. What's the toughest thing about being a pro basketball player?
Lots of things. To me, it's just keeping your spot. Every year, there's just so much talent coming in. So holding on to a place on the roster, then that can be as difficult as anything.
So, Clark, looking at the history of the Timberwolves, they're in the most successful stretch ever.
Yeah, you look at the first 24 seasons, Minnesota won just 2 playoff series total. They've won 4 rounds in the last 2 years alone in the playoffs. You know, what's been the key if you ask that question? I'd say having that guy Anthony Edwards is where you start.
Pass to Bailey. Now George. Here's Filipowski. He's defended by Randall. Kessler passes to Filipowski. On the wing, Markkanen. A three-pointer, no good. Timberwolves leading by 16. Here's Randall. Makes it off the glass. He's got 14.
They've come out hot this second half, hitting 3 of their first 4 shots.
Utah's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. George passes to Kessler. To the inside. It's stolen by Gobert. Down low. Randall no good.
You won't see that from him very often, missing the bunny like that.
George passes to Filipowski. Back to George. Pass to Bailey. On the wing, Markkanen. Clock at 6. Here's George. Misses and the dry spell continues.
His lack of offense is certainly not helping. Tough to overcome that.
And here's Gobert. Now Conley. Gobert with a screen for Conley. Back to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
It's like running into an immovable object. Gobert setting that pick nicely.
Jazz trail by 20. And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. He's ready to talk things through with them.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
Let's take a look at the players who are the best on the glass a season ago. You look at Kessler, a terrific rebound, 5th overall.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
George double-teamed. Bailey passes to Markkanen. And he's good on the 3-ball. Markkanen's got 15 points.
He's been doing some real damage from range. 2 threes in the first half. Now 1 in the second.
Here's Richardson. Kessler with the rebound. And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Jazz. And it's Bailey that time, the assist by Markkanen. Markkanen's got 4 assists now tonight. Timberwolves leading by 15. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Markkanen. And it's Bailey in the corner. And finished off by Bailey.
Boy, once Ace Bailey gets it going, good luck slowing him down. He can make just about any shot on any type of defender.
Richardson, that's a 2-pointer. And again, unable to change momentum here. To the middle. Here's George. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. George has got his second basket of the night. For Minnesota, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Edwards dishes to Richardson. Randall left side. Shoots over Filipowski. Randall with the bucket. 16 points for him.
Randall doesn't necessarily have to get to the bucket to be effective. He can just face you up from mid-range and do damage.
And finished off by Bailey.
Strong effort that time, producing the best look possible.
Timberwolves leading by 11. Conley with the 3. Sinks the three-pointer.
One of the league's more reliable three-point shooters. Conley didn't always have that in his game, but he's lethal now.
Bailey passes to George. Pass to Kessler. And Kessler throws it down.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
Great open look there. Bailey's got 20 points.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Both teams will make substitutions. So both teams making some changes here. Edwards against Markkanen. Pass to Kessler. Markkanen in the corner. You know, GA, one great thing about the NBA, well, there are many things, but one great thing is that there's always new talent coming through the ranks.
Yeah, I mean, the future is bright. And Kevin, I really like this year's draft class. Man, we just continue to add exciting young talent to the mix.
So on the floor for Utah, we've got Bailey. Walker Kessler is out there with Filipowski. Then it's Keontae George. And it's Markkanen in at the small forward. Jazz passing it around. Bailey. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. There's always a need for shot makers in the NBA, GA, and that's what Ace Bailey brings to the floor.
Bailey has a smooth jumper with a high release point that allows him to shoot over just about any defender. And when you pair that with his physical tools, his upside is through the roof.
That free throw good from Bailey. And maybe more than any team in the West, GA, the Jazz, really committing to the rebuild.
Well, in the West, it seems like you got 13 or 14 teams all trying to win now, and it just doesn't work that way. So it's not just about talent, it's also about timing.
And having a star in Anthony Edwards, Clark, with so much confidence, what kind of impact does that have for the Wolves?
Well, it's huge. I mean, he wants the pressure of carrying the team, and with his outgoing nature and skill set, that mentality, I think, permeates the team and gives it great confidence.
Pass to Filipowski. Here's Bailey. Richardson cover. Bailey misses.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim.
Well, you got to make that moment last. Enjoy it for as long as you can.
And here's George. Pass to Bailey. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Edwards. Edwards got his fourth rebound in this one. Here's Richardson. Good, and the assist goes to Edwards. Edwards got his fifth assist in this one.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Kessler, screen on Conley. George passes to Kessler. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
That free throw missing. We all hear about AI in the workplace, and I don't mean Allen Iverson, although we could. Jazz have gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. Bailey with the ball, now defended by Gobert, and Bailey gets it to go on the assist by George.
He's giving them a spark because he can't win this game all by himself.
Richardson kicks to Edwards. From beyond the arc, and then some.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
Well, you know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
George looking around. Takes a three. It's hauled in by Richardson. And it's Utah with the rebound. Bailey's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Back to George. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
He went a decent amount of time before his first turnover there. It's really been a good, safe stretch of basketball from him to this point.
Richardson outside. Puts up a deep three. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
In the corner, it's Kessler. Outside, George. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Now the Timberwolves with it. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. Here's Randall. Markkanen pulls it in. Markkanen's got 5 rebounds tonight. The three from George. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Conley's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Edwards dishes to Randall, and Randall throws it down.
You know, guys, every year Randall seems to improve as a scorer. You know, he's looking more and more confident, more comfortable out there scoring the ball.
Pass to Bailey. Here's Kessler. Baseline J on the way. It's hauled in by Richardson. Richardson's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Minnesota.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win.
And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. And tonight, not just a regular season win, it also counts in the NBA Cup standing.
And if you look at the teams that advance in the Cup, you normally have to win this first game, so they're off to a strong start.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Alongside Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. And as always, we appreciate you joining us right here tonight on 2K. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, the Machine.